get into this shit. Welcome back to Asylum Garage. My name is Tyler and I fucking hate drum brakes. Today, we're gonna go get us another vehicle that has been sitting for, I think they said 14 years and hadn't run. So we're gonna run up with a friend and go grab that. It's all the way in Collinsville, I think, Alabama. So we're gonna go grab that. We're still unfortunately using the silver truck because black one's out of commission for now. But got everything else cleaned up off the trailer. All the oil is cleaned off and as best it can. So it's still a little oily in places. If you reach up and grab any of the back of the rails trying to do anything underneath the trailer, it gets really greasy and oily. But yep, so it's cleaner now, but it's still not completely clean. But let's head on to Collinsville. Just picked up this 1991 f150 4x4 sitting in a underneath a tree in a field for 14 years. It's got the 5.8 in it. It's got the automatic 4x4 hubs. See, it's really dirty. Really nice interior though. Steering wheel is falling apart, but I mean, no cracks on the dash whatsoever. Bunch of dead stink bugs. Radio, the dash, I mean, it is in impeccable shape. 4x4, it's just really freaking dirty. Comes with a whole bunch of bullshit in the bed. But we're here, we're gonna get it cleaned up, washed off, see what she looks like. Got it all washed up. Still a little bit of dirt on it. The wheels cleaned up very nicely. Could use some polish. They were literally sitting in the ground. So, there's a little bit of damage to them. But all in all, for sitting for 14 years, it's still got all of its trim. It's got a few dents and dings, but 4x4 automatic 5.8 Windsor, sitting for 14 years. And it looks this good after a wash. So first things first is, when we were loading it up onto the trailer, this wheel right here is locked up. So we're gonna have to pull that off and see why. The other wheel spins freely, the parking brake's released, everything was in neutral. So there might be something stuck in the drum. I mean, all these wheels were sitting in the ground. So there's no telling what all's frozen up or rusted, because that is a drum brake. So we'll have to hit it with a hammer or something, see if we can get it loose. That way we can get this thing off the trailer. But this is a little gem. Alabama's producing some mighty fine little trucks and cars lately. This one's got the 5.8 liter in it, the Windsor. It's fuel injected. We did put a new battery in it already. Cleaned up the terminals. This was for. So we're gonna go see if it'll start. So see if we can get lucky again. Oh. Now, before y'all see this interior, keep in mind it's a 1999 or 1991. Sorry. Check this interior out. Besides the windshield crack, the dash is flawless. There is no cracking whatsoever. All this, wood, or the fake plastic wood that they have, I mean, perfect. Except for that, I touched the overdrive button and it fell back into the dash, so we can pop that out and fix that. But other than that, I mean, no cracks underneath. The only other bad spot is the seat. And the top bits of these are faded. But for sitting, this truck sat for 14 years. 14 years. Oh, look, we have light. Cool. Well, where are the keys? Sorry, finger was in the way. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, the steering wheel's falling apart. Battery light came on. Brake light. It says we have battery voltage. Let's play around with some switches. Oh, we have fuel. Oh, we have too much fuel, apparently. We have overfilled it. Rear anti-lock. Alright, so either that could be causing our problem, or that's just a light that comes on. That little stereo. Let's see if this sucker works. Kinda. I'm getting a little bit of sound. Oh, wow. Stereo works. Heck yeah. Cool. Oh, can't turn it up that loud. All right. I think I hear the fan. Oh yeah, look at that. Little bugs flying out of the vents. Probably won't change. I don't know if this is an electric or a vacuum one. Cool. Well, that all works. Well, let's turn the key and see what happens. That's not good. Well, we couldn't get lucky on all of them, could we? Well, poo. All right. Well, now we gotta go diagnose why it's just freaking clicking. One wolf for just good luck? Nope. Something's stuck. We'll try and turn the motor by hand, see what happens. Let's go pull spark plugs out of it and see what they look like to diagnose if there's an issue or something. We'll see if we can turn the motor over by hand with all spark plugs out. All right, so we got the spark plugs out. They weren't too difficult to get out, but they were. Some of them were stuck. Not terrible though. I mean, your average rust and corrosion. But well, look at these. So these, you got all the gaps that you can see. See that one and that one. They all look pretty good. That's all. This 1 through I think that's 1 through 7. All the odds. And then we have these. All right, let's play spot the problem. Normal. 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 And there we go. So what that is a smushed spark plug with some sort of gunk on it. So that's the only cylinder that seems to have any sort of damage or gunk. The tips on some of these spark plugs, I mean, some of them are AC Delco, some of them are Motorcraft. This is an AC Delco plug. Over here, they're all Motorcraft, so I got an issue with two spark plugs. For some reason, are two different styles. So that's why it's clicking with all that rust in there. That cylinder's probably froze. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try and turn the engine over by hand. See if we can, we'll spray some PB Blaster or some fogging oil in there. I know you're really not supposed to spray PB Blaster inside internals, but you know, we'll see if it works. We'll spray some fogging oil first, see what happens. Alright, so we got a fogging oil. And we just busted this little hose up here, so I'll have to remember that that goes to there. That looks like it goes to the actuators for the AC, so I'll make sure that I don't fuck that up no more. But let's see if we can get all accurate down in here. This does have all the emission stuff on it, so it makes it infinitely more difficult to spray anything into these holes. So just soak the living shit out of it. And hopefully, let's go grab our breaker bar and see if we can turn the motor over by hand. Oh, I just noticed this thing's got the complete jack set up in it. It's got the bar to drop the spare, and it's got a little bit, the tire iron. Cool. Not often that you see them come with those. They're almost always missing. This is the most complete truck we've got so far. Alright, we got Mr. Breaker Bar. Let's see what shit we can snap or break. Alrighty. Oh, nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's just turning the bolt on the front of the frickin' motor. Cool. Well, can't bat 1,000 on all of them. We'll come back and start pulling it down, tearing it down, and see what the heck's wrong with it. On today's episode of I Can't Finish a Fucking Project to Save My Life, we are going to figure out why this wheel is stuck. So, as we were pulling this up onto the trailer, this wheel was dragging. All three of the wheels were free, except for this one. The parking brake was, it was off. Everything was in neutral. Four-wheel drive was in neutral. Transmission was in neutral. So we're gonna see if all that stuff in there, kind of hard to see, but it's causing it to lock up. We'll see if the brake drum is rusted. Everything was pretty much sitting in the ground, so it's very likely that water got in the brake drum and rusted it and locked it up. So we'll see. Let's go get our tools and get this wheel off. Alrighty, got the wheel off. Now we can actually really see what's going on under here. A little bit of dirt and mud. A whole lot of dirt dauber nests. All throughout there. Yeah, it's fun. So, yeah, parking brake is not currently on. Brakes are not compressed. There's a lot of rust. See how many Alabama ants we brought back with us. Oh, quite a few. Oh yeah, look at that. 2001 model tires. Cool. Yeah, they're just a little cracked. Still hold air, which was quite impressive. I'd say we got another 100 or so miles in theirs. Let's see what we drug up here. Alright, let's get into this, get a pry bar and